Iborobo sekerebo hiborobo yantelobo hiborobo se Iborobo seterebo hiborobo nanderebo Iborobo hey Iborobo sandarabe borobo yantelobo borobo santarabe Iborobo Iboroboseya, Iboroboseya, Iborobo Santalabe Nabereke Yantelabo Bureleke Senderebo Iborobo Heya, Iboroboseya, 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 Iboroboseya. Borobo yantelabo, borobo naderebo, hey ya 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 Yahuwah, Yahoshua ya Ruach HaKodesh, iborobo sekereya, Yahudima, oh Yisrael. Iborobo sekerebo borobo yantelobo iborobo se nabo seke zenderebo shunda laba yikerebo borobo busekerebo yantalabe neburabo yenderebo iborobo se iborobo se what it is iborobo se Iborobo natulebeya, Imorobo sunde, Iborobo nanderebe santelebo, Imorobo sunde, Iborobo nanderebe santelebo. It is about Yahuah's New Year. And it is Yahuwah New Day, and new song. It is horrible. It is resurrection, oh, a glorified body. Come out of high, come out from Ezra, come out from Egypt. Iborobo senderebo, iborobo yanderebo, borobo say. Iborobo shantalabe, borobo neborose, borobo yantarabe, indorobo santalabe, indorobo yantalabe, indorobo santerebo, norobo yantelebo, naraba sanderebo, borobo sekereya, iborobo yantelebo. Watch out now for my new body. The new year of Abba Yahuwah brings about resurrection. The new year of Abba Yahuwah brings about new body. He brings about new testimony. He brings about new saga. This is the meaning of Abba Yahuwah's New Year. Where everything will be made anew. Where everything will be resurrected back to life. And this is the actual meaning of YAHUAH'S New Year. We begin a new year. Sunday, we begin a new day. And now is my new body. And now watch me. And now check me out with my glorified body. Borobo sekerebo, borobo yantalabu, iborobo seya, iborobo sekeyabe, maraba santa labu, kerebo yantalabe, o nantlubu, robo seya, rimase iborobo santlubu. Marabu sekerabu, Abba Yahuwah, Abba Yahuwah, Orobo seke na be yantulubu, Norobo seke yantulubu ya berebo seke, Niribu shantalabe. He had this year with a powerful testimony. That is the Feast of Purim. He begins his new year with another powerful deliverance. This is the Passover. Inorobo Santa Yabe Burileke Yantilabo. Imaraba Santa Labe Berilaka Yantilabo. Imorodo Shanta Labe. Morobo Yantilabo. Imaraba Indoroko Santa Labo. Imaraba Indoroko Santa Labo. Iborobo Yenderebo. Borobo Santa Labe. Borobo se, iborobo yantilubu, iborobo nanderebo, iborobo seke, iborobo bushalaba, iborobo yanderebo, iborobo seya, iborobo masadebo, iborobo yantilubu, yantilubu Yahuwah, yantilubu. Yantulubu to the Abba Yahuwah, Yantulubu Oribo Santa Labe, Yantulubu Abba Yahuwah, Maraba Seka Yabe, Maraba Seka Yabe, Maraba Santulubu, oh yes, Ribo Shanda Yaba, Rimo Hantalabe, Ekiri Mahanderebo, Sia Labaha, Erimo Hushandalabe, Ekiri Bahandelebo, Sundele Mahanda Yaba, Ribo Sandelebe, Inoroko Shantalabaye, Ramandereke Sundele Mahantalabaye, Rabreleke Sunte Yabaya. Yes, at the end of it all, they are coming out with great glory. At the end of it all, they are coming out with powerful testimony. At the end of it all, they are coming out with powerful praise. Ribo Bubu Santa Labe, Ikori Bayantelebe. At the end of it all, they are coming out with powerful testimony. At the end of it all, they are coming out with powerful praise. Ribo Bubu Santa Labe, Ikori Bayantelebe. Abe Yahuwah signature. YAHUAH'S signature. Watch out for my glorified body.
Greetings to the 12 tribes of Israel scattered in the four corners of the earth, and to the Gentiles called by the name of Abba Yahuwah. Shalom, family, and much love and prosperity attend you. Quickly, I want to touch on the biblical New Year as Abba Yahuwah leads, or rather as the Ruach HaKodesh, leads. The very super duper meaning of Abba Yahuwah's New Year, the very container. What did Abba Yahuwah's New Year's contain? That is what we want to unveil in this segment. Family, here we simply goes by Abba Yahuwah's own calendar, well known as a the calendar of Anuka or Anuk. Okay, the one you call Enoch. So it goes by Abba Yahuwah's calendar. That is Abba Yahuwah's calendar. So whatever we are going to do today, due to this or prior to this Abba Yahuwah's a new year, so we are going to establish it. Of course, the foundation, it is Abba Yahuwah's calendar. That is what we want to unveil right now through the calendar given to Anuk by a holy and a mighty angel of Abba Yahuwah called Uriel. Okay, so that is what we are going to look into now. The significance of an appointment. You know, if you really come to yourself, or if you really want to be true, real, with yourself, calendar revolves around all things, is the centerpiece to set the record straight. Calendar, time clock, speaks about your tomorrow, your next, your beginning, your end. Okay, so when one makes it, you mix your appointment. Come, meet me up in so time. And you not go by your own time or by another one's yes, by your own time. You mix it already. Check it out now in our daily lifestyles. You go by appointment, isn't it? You go by time clock. You go by come so day next week, isn't it? Of course. That puts you right. That is what we want to look into in this segment. Just stay into. Lest I forget this. The title, YAHUAH, in the heavenly cat aroma of Abba Yahuwah, with this resurrected breathful message titled For You and Me by Abba Yahuwah himself. Yahuwah's New Year simply means resurrection. As you know, it's not going to be having part 2, just one. Okay, so I'm doing this recording, of course, on the 7th. Okay, but the new year, it is 8 days from today. So I want to do it beforehanded in case you want to be a part of this powerful heavenly movement. You see, when we go to where Abba Yahuwah commanded us, this is the beginning of our year. No, there was a divine preparation. Okay, this shall be the beginning of your year. All right, and he now also said on the 10th. He said on the 10th of this first month of your year, preparation begins. So in case you want to be a part of this powerful movement, Abba Yahuwah is, doing with his people. That is the reason why I release this video or message beforehanded. Okay, so that you will be a part of it. Okay, so if I release it the very day, I think it's not, maybe you really wanted to participate, or if you want to participate, or you want to be a participator, but then it was too late. So that was why, or this is why I'm doing it 8 days too. So it will be on the 15th, the very one you call your March. So it will be on the 15th of it, and it falls on the midst of the week. The very one you also called again would this day flash Wednesday. In a nutshell, it is be called by Abba Yahuwah midst of the week, or the 4th day of the week. So having said this, let us run this race together and see the full packages of Abba Yahuwah's New Year. All right, now family, before we go, do this heavenly message, first of all, quickly, let us take a deep look into what is the royal law for. Okay, we can do, of course, nothing without the royal law. It is the very word or the law that makes us wise among the heathen. Okay, just as Prophet Moshe said, when we keep the royal law among the Gentiles, and they are going to take that observation and say, these people, they are wiser. Okay, I love it. So let us see, like you always know, if you are a constant follower, I have 7 powerful points from the royal law jotted down. Okay, I always include it, in my presentation. So right now, what is the royal law for? How does it play out in our lives, sir? Point one goes this way. It's a function as a sacred marriage covenant between Yahuwah and his people Yisrael. Point two, outline how the marriage would function. Its stipulation are what makes it a happy and a fruitful marriage. That is powerful, isn't it? Awesome. Point three, it's a precept describe how the marriage would function. Point four, it's what picture tells what marriage life won't be like. That spice. Very sweet, okay? When I Abayewa smell the sacrifices, the oblation Noah's makes unto him. When it smells, he said, no, this one, right away, he said, I won't do that anymore. I'm not going to do it like that anymore, but I will do it again, okay? But not just like that to wipe away the whole thing. I'm going to do it this time, nation by nation, kingdom by kingdom. In the days of Noah, everything was just wiped out. Abayewa said, because of this sacrifice, the spices, the aroma, change my mind. I won't do it like this anymore. But next time, okay, because I know these people, they are stiff-necked, Next time, I'm going to do it like that. There's Sodom and Gomorrah, and like the days of Noah. And the days of Noah is going to be going on like that of Sodom and Gomorrah, city by city, nation by nation. You talk too much, this woman. So right now, point what? Point 3. Okay, now, yes, I think I read that already. Now go for point 4. Point 4, it's what picture tells what a marriage life won't be like. That is correct. Point 5, it's a judgment describe how each of the partner will relate to each other. Point 6, for either party to violate this agreement, violate the marriage itself. I always beg people, please don't violate it. It is, marriage, when marriage is so sweet, that will be heaven on earth. But when marriage is, being defied, it will be link of fire with turn hair. Two best of friend with turn, two best of enemy. That is what the royal law is. Utilize it to the glory of Abba Yahuwah, who has called you into his system. Okay, many longs to be a part, but they couldn't. You that found a way in there, do it with all your heart. It worth dying for. Now, point 7, for the groom, promise never to violate it because the groom is Abba Yahuwah himself. He has never ever broken his word. He don't have the strength. He's so powerless. When it comes to breaking of his word, he's so powerless. He don't have appetite to do that at all. That is the guarantee. That is the guarantor. That is the very assurance of you and me that heaven, his presence eternal, is our home. I love that. I bless you. Baruch Abba Yehuwah. Family, quickly, I want to give you the picture of what a new thing actually means. Something that is new. Okay, that is something you have never seen. Okay, like this 2018. We have never, the word or the opposer always know how to run ahead of Abba Yahuwah. Okay, when we come to the calendar of Abba Yahuwah, we are still in 2017, end of 2017. Okay, not yet in 2018, but the word said they are there already. The Babylonians said they are already there. You see, so they always know how to fast forward Abba Yahuwah. But we, his posterities, we don't do that, isn't it? We go and say, my sheep knows my voice, and they follow me. When you miss the common appointment, just take a lesson from the things of the world. If you miss appointment, okay, the doctor will say, or the whatever appointment will say, meet me up by 2 o'clock. When you mix it with 20 or 40 minutes, it's cancelled. You lose it already. Exactly. That is why Yahushua said we should learn from the weather. The weather is communicating, but are we learning? They said learn. When the weather is like this, you will say, this is going to happen. Or when you see the weather is like this, summer is here. Or when you see it is like that, you will know the winter is there. So we need to learn from those, early things that really reveals the season or the functioning of this early system. Okay, yeah, this early system. So right now, I want to paint a picture in your heart about a thing that is new, what it is. Here I am in Shemo 34, verses 10. And he said, Behold, I make a covenant before all thy people, and I will do marvels, such as have not been done in all the earth. This unique glory, none of us, we don't even have no idea. It says such has have not been done in all the earth. Four corners of the whole world have never ever witnessed this unique glory, nor in any nation. And all the people among which thou art shall see the work of Yahuwah, for it is a terrible thing that I will do with thee. Oh glory. Shandaraba. Rebos Klimahan Talaboseke. That is the picture I paint in your heart. Okay? Like tomorrow, you don't know what tomorrow is going to bring about. Learn from there. So that is why every nowadays is so unique that we don't take it for granted. Let's appreciate or go for every single minute, minutes and hour, because you don't know what each of them carries for you. You can only talk about the very now you are, but you can't talk about the next minute. You don't know what is going to happen, not at all. So respect what you don't see, respect what you don't know. Okay. So with this being said, let us, start and look into what Abba Yahuwah's New Year actually means for you and me. So like I said already, it goes by Anuk calendar. Okay, if you have it, you can also type it maybe in Google. So you take it from 72 way down to 82. That is where the calendar of Abba Yahuwah's is. So I'm going to read the clue or the very one we have from this very popular royal law we carries. Bereshit chapter 1, we go for verses 14. So here we'll get a link, but the book of Anuk really describes and dig more how it is also, it is mind-boggling. I can't read it all because it's always a whole 10 chapter. I won't be able to do that. So you can type it on Google. Yeah, you will find it over there. Just study it for yourself. Okay. So I read now. And Yehovah said, Bereshit 1:14. And Yehovah said, Let there be lights in the firmament of the heaven to divide the day from the night. Okay. And let there be for what? Signs. Signs. And for seasons, and for days, and for years. Okay, so this is the calendar of Abba Yahuwah right here. But we don't know if you in that year you don't know how many days it is. But it's also in this royal law we carry the days is 30 days in a month. Okay, but when you go to that of Anuka, there you are going to see it very very clear. It is 30 days a month. Each season have a day equalness, a day of transaction. Okay, like as we are about to enter springtime now. Every 3 months in first session goes for 30 days. Okay, but this very last month of the winter has a day of transaction. That is why when you go to the book of Anuka, I'm also going to read some part from Jubilee. We're going to find it over there as he reckon it for you and me. It is 364 days in a year, which is, it will not be 52 weeks. All right. Now, Those 4 days, each goes for each season. Like the winter now that is about to transact until the springtime, there is a day left over equinox of transaction equinox. Okay, that is for the winter to be transacted into springtime, a day equinox. So that is why you can go, when you go there, you are going to find it as 354, and that put every biblical prophecy in a shape. It really shape every biblical end times prophecies. The days or the month of Abba Yahuwah, it is 30 days in a month, not 31, not 20. Now that is madness, that is crazy. Okay, when you go by the Gentiles calendar, you're going to mix it. By the Gentiles calendar, the very one they call Gregorian calendar, the very one the Christian do, the God, I'm going to call you your God. The one you serve is God's, okay? The very so-called God representative on earth, they don't know the calendar of Abba Yahuwah. They have no clue. They just go by. Do you think Abba Yahuwah is going to work with you with paganism calendar? No, you mix it. These two calendars are in conflict. They are enemy. Abba Yahuwah can never use the calendar of serpent. It is an appointment. Abba Yahuwah has his own calendar for his own people to meet with him. You cannot carry him into Babylon, into the serpentine calendar. He can never goes by what? Gregorian calendar. That is pagan. That is filth. Okay? He can dare not. He won't. That is why many is going to mix his coming. Because he have his own calendar. Like he also have his own day of rest, which is Shabbat. You can't carry me to Sunday. So you worship the deity of the author of Sunday. It is working time, okay? So Abba Yahuwah has his own calendar. You see, his own calendar is for signs. You know what signs is? Learn from a married woman. When you see a wedding ring in her hand, on her hand, oh, she's, occupied. You don't go near her. That is what Abba Yahuwah's calendar is a sign. Okay? And something powerful from Abba Yahuwah unto humanity here on earth. So let me know, full everywhere by my talk, but rather let us go into the word of Abba Yahuwah. So from this very calendar, which we, excuse me, from this very royal law which we carried, I'm going to read from a place that also confirm the calendar or the biblical prophecies of these last days, that it is 30 days in a month. Okay, so we are going to Genesis 7:11. Okay, now I read. In the 600 years of Noah's life, in the second month, the 70th day of the month, the same day were all the fountains of the great deep broken up, and the windows of heaven were opened. Okay, right now we'll go to 24. And the waters prevailed upon the earth 150 days. All right, now we'll go to 8. 8, I think verses, where is it now? Yes, 3. And the waters returned from off the earth continually, and after the end of the 150 days, the waters were dried, and the ark rested in the 70th month of the 70th day of the month upon the, okay, now, so you see it gave the exact date and month, which was 150 days. Okay. All right, now here I am, Revelation 9:5. Messiah prophesied that his coming, it is like the days of Noah. You can check that out. Luke 17:26-30. And to them it was, Revelation 9:5, and to them it was given that they should not kill them, but they should be tormented 5 months. And their torment was as the torment of a scorpion, which when he strike a man. So now you just sit there and do the calculation by yourself. The days of Noah was what? 150 days. And now here is 5 months. So you do the calculation. It is 150 days. Okay. When the flood of water really beat against the children of the unlawful, belly wiped all of them out, and it cleansed the earth. And Yahushua said his coming is the same like the days of Noah. Okay, so we get the clue already that the month of Abi Yahuwah, it is simply 30 days in a month. So after we are done with the month, therefore we also go by the excuse me, the hours of the day. Okay, what scriptures? Okay, Revelation again. This is the only biblical. Okay, yeah. This is the only calendar that put every biblical prophecy into. Okay, check this out now. Revelation 11. I take it from 2. But the court, okay, no, yeah, that's where I'm looking for. But the court which is without the temple, leave out and measure it not, for it is given unto the Gentiles, and the holy city shall they tread under foot 42 months. You see, when you keep reading, it says that is okay. Let me also read 4 now for clarity. 3. And I will give power unto my 2 witnesses, and they shall prophesy 1,260 score cloth with sackcloth. Okay, that is not my focus point. Excuse me. Now, what about what is it? What did it say? 42 months. Count now. When you count 42 months, 30 days in a month, there you get 3.5 year tribulation. This is the only calendar that put every single prophecy of Abi Yahuwah into. When you go by the calendar of Anuka, therefore you are going to get every biblical prophecy in order. It shapes them all. It confirms all of them. We don't go by the moon, and we don't go by the madness of the Christendom. We goes by Abi Yahuwah's own calendar that shapes and put every biblical prophecies of the last days in order. Okay, so I think we are done with that of the calendar. So now we are going to the time clock. 12 hours in the day, 12 hours in the night. That is how it works. Okay, we don't have 24 hours. Again, that is Babylonia. Again, that is Serpenta. That is the time clock of the serpent. We don't have 24 hours a day. We simply have, according to the biblical reckoning, 12 hours in the day and 12 hours in the night. Okay, it is being separated. Okay, so I'm also going to give a preset for that before we look into what is the into what the biblical New Year actually means for you and me. Okay, you see, Abi Yahuwah is so powerful in his infinite wisdom. He ends his own year, okay, with powerful deliverance, and he pick it up again with powerful deliverance. That makes sense, isn't it? Yes, it is Abi Yahuwah. Okay, it's not a man that is full of confusion. Today they have what, tomorrow they have other. It goes. It said don't turn to the right and don't turn to the left. That is the system and the governing system of Abi Yahuwah. I'm sorry, there's a part I still need to quote. You can read that. I'm not going to read it. Yes, Daniel 12 verses 7. Okay, that speaks about this same calendar we are talking about, 30 days in a month. Okay, and what a part again? Okay, yes, I also have to read this. I have a part to read. Revelation 12:6. It also talks about this very 30 days in a month. Okay, they all refer, of course, to the calendar of Anuk or Anuk. So I'm going to read the Jubilee 5:27 as a confirmation. All right, now here I am in the book of Jubilees, chapter 5 verses 27. And the water prevailed on the earth. And the water prevailed on the face of the earth 5 months. 150 days. Okay, so this is the book also from Mark Sana that reveals the what took place in Genesis and all. Oh, yeah. Okay, now that is just where I want to prove. Okay, it is our book, the book of Jubilees. When you go to Leviticus 25 or so, yes, you are going to see what Jubilees is. Jubilees have his own book. Okay, so this is the book of Jubilees. You know, Constantine, he did the great damages by removing all this book from use. But we bless be Yehovah these days that we are getting it back again. Alright, now, so we'll go for the hours, okay? Like I explained already. Here I am, Bereshit chapter 1. I read from 3. And Yehovah said, let there be light, and there was light. And Yehovah saw that the light, that it was good. And Yehovah divided the light from the darkness. And Yehovah called the light day, and the darkness he called night. And the evening and the morning were the first day. Do you see how the reckoning of Abba Yehovah goes? The day of Abba Yehovah, excuse me. Now, the hours of the day begins 6 in the morning. Okay, 6 in the morning. Then it will end at 6 in the evening. So the evening hour begins 6 in the evening. Okay, while it is still yet very, very open, that begins the night hour. The night hour of Abba Yehovah begins 6 in the evening. It doesn't really matter. You have to be watching sun. We don't go by sun. Okay, it doesn't really matter. The time set, it's already over there. It is already over there. It doesn't really matter where you are. It can't. Let me first of all read from the very mouth of Yahushua HaMashiach, our eternal bridegroom. This is all about him. Okay, now. Oh, where is it? Alright, now I read. John 11, I take it 9. I take from 9. Yahushua answered, are they? Yes, rather I read verses 9. Yahushua answered, are there not 12 hours in the day? Okay. If any man walk in the day, he stumbleth not, because he seeth the day of this, he seeth the light of this world. Okay, you see, it is 12 hours of the day. And how does it count? Now let us go to the account of Act of Apostle. How does it count? The 12 hours of the day. When did they start? When the 12 hours of the day start? So let's get that now from the account of Act of Apostle 2. Oh, my father. Today I'm a bit slow, eh? I don't like, this sluggishness. I hate it. Alright now. Verses 15. For these are not drunken, as ye suppose, seeing it is but the third hour of the day. And when is the third hour of the day? Third hour of the day is over here in the Gentile time clock. Simply they call that 9 o'clock. Okay, but this is how it's being called. Third hour of the day. Okay, ninth hour of the day. So that is how it's being called. So now third hour of the day. When did the day begin? It begins 6 in the morning. Okay, so when they received the Ruach HaKodesh, as you know already, that we are mocking them, said these people, this, you just get drunk. He said, no, you see, it's still very, just third hour of the day. Okay, so the day of Abba Yehovah begins 6 o'clock in the morning. Why 6 o'clock in the evening, would drop it. So that is how it works. And this ninth hour of the night, also begins 6 at evening. Okay, here I am, Matthew 27:45. Yahushua at the crucifixion. Now from the 6th hour, there was a darkness. 6th hour, that will be now what? 12 o'clock in the noonday. All the land, there was darkness over all the land until the 9th hour. 9th hour will be 3 o'clock. Okay, that is the evening sacrifice, the evening oblation. He gave up the spirit at evening oblation. Okay, that is what the oblation of the morning, I think it begins also third hour of the day. That is the very moment they received the Ruach HaKodesh, where Kepha was, addressing those that were mocking and saying, you shouldn't do that. Why? Because it is just 3 hours of the day, third hour of the day. Okay, so this is how it was. Wherever you are, it doesn't really matter at all. That when it is 6 o'clock, wherever you are, wherever, it does not count, wherever you are, if you can see the time, it's 6 o'clock, that begins the new day, because it is 12 hours of the night. That is why if we want to, we go back according to the biblical time clock. Okay, we don't fast by Gentile time clock. Gentile keep asking the Christendom, since that goes by that calendar, keep asking them. Now that you said your day, your new day begins 12 midnight. Therefore, when it's your own midnight, when it is the hour of your midnight, when did it start? If your new day can begin 12 midnight, therefore, when is your midnight? They don't have no answer. Be asking this. Is like God this revelation that the day of Abba Yahuwah begins 6 o'clock in the morning. Okay, they are not beginning to ask them, when is your own day begins? They said 12 midnight. That's okay. When is your own midnight? They can't answer. They have no answer to it. Yes, it is backward system. Okay, it is a system that is full of confusion. They don't even know where they are going, and they don't know where they are coming by their own system, by the system of serpent. You will mix everything. Absolute. That is 100% guaranteed. This is not somebody is talking. This is not somebody is batching us what somebody delicious meal. No, this is reality. This is speaking sense into someone. Just say that, when did your own midday or when did your own midnight begins? If your new day begins 12 midnight, what? And what about your own midnight? When can you can? You see, we can't. The midnight begins, our own midnight, biblical midnight begins what? 12 o'clock in the midnight. That makes sense. That begins the midnight. Because the hour, the 12 hours of the night that is going to usher us into a new day begins 6 at evening. When there is still light. When everything is still so, wonderful. But the Christian does say their own begins 12 midnight. So when is your midnight? You have no answer. That is backward system, okay? Drop it. If you want to, enter into life, drop those garbage. It is excess luggage from Babylon. Abba Yahuwah can never go with your time clock. It can never go with your calendar. Never. It can't. You can't take him out of his own property and say, do you know the pain serpent has caused Abba Yahuwah for this over 6,000 years? He has done so much damage. They are eternal enemy. His calendar, it has nothing to do with Abba Yahuwah. His feast has nothing, absolutely, because that of Abba Yahuwah is a sign, and that of the dragon is also a sign. A calendar simply means, you have appointment with somebody. Okay, you have appointment to meet with somebody. Okay, so that is calendar, that is time clock. So now that we have established let me still check it over if I still have some scriptures to read. All right, now we also go to Ephesians. Where is it? Ephesians 4:26. The apostles we are also going by this time clock. That was why he said you shouldn't hold hunger in your heart until sundown. Okay, because when it's sundown, we are already into another day. Because then there was no time clock to watch over. We go even I myself, I was also calculating. I don't know what really changed this. When I was in Nigeria, of course, when the sun goes down, we know the time. When I stand in my mother's backyard, I check my shadow through the sun. I will just guess the time. You see, because that was what our forefather was using those days when there was no time clock. But nevertheless, having time clock, there is nothing also wrong with that. Only for us to do it according to the biblical system, governing system, not according to the Babylonians. You enter into a new day, 12 midnight, that is wickedness, that is witchcraft. You are drinking blood. Bad things happen at the midnight. Anyway, so that is how it works. So right now, I want to dig into, just briefly as well, or also into what the new year of Abba Yahuwah is. Yahuwah's new year didn't just didn't just begin new season, new life, resurrection, but also it ends old season, darkness, and death. That was why Yahushua chose to begins. Excuse me. That was why Yahushua chose to begins to brings about life, or to begins his journey, or to bring about life. Excuse me. I'm just. Oh my Father. Okay, I take it again. I jot it down so that I won't be forgetting any uh very important points like this one. I jotted that was so important for me. Okay, that was why Yehoshua chose to bring life in his Haba and in his Abba Yehovah new year, in order to end death. Okay, so that was why the crucifixion also occurred in the beginning of the year. So the new year of Abba Yehovah will end the old system. It will bring about new one. It does it in the both side. Okay, it will end the old year, then it will start the new one. So it works it's double-edged sword. Okay, it works in both way. Here I am, Yeshayahu 46, 9 to 10. This is how Abba Yehovah declares the end from the beginning. Remember, he said that, and that is what we want to read now. I want to read now. Verses 9. Remember the former things of old, for I am Yehovah, and there is no else. I am Yehovah, and there is no one like me, declaring the end from the beginning. Do you see that? And from the ancient times, the things that are not yet done, saying, my counsel shall stand, and I will do my pleasure. Okay, you see now it declares the end from the beginning. That is the beginning brings about end brings about beginning. That is the two ways the new year of Abba Yehovah, is rectifying or working things out for you and me. Okay, it ends darkness, it brings about light. It ends the works of Pharaoh. Let me read it so I won't be talking with my own, feelings or whatever. So right now here I am, Shimo, Exodus 12, I take it from 1 to 2. And Yehovah spake unto Moshe and Aaron in the land of Egypt, saying, this month, you see, shall be unto you the beginning of months. It shall be the first month of the year to you. Did you get that? Okay, so this very day, this very month, it begins Abba Yehovah's month. And if you keep reading, you know what took place here on the 10th, a day of this month. This is what you need to do. And on the 10th of it, that is when Yahushua entered into Jerusalem triumphantly. We call it a triumphant entry. That was the day some of our forefathers accepted their king. Okay, when they spread to fulfill the prophecies of Zechariah also. Yes. Okay, it was on the 10th, 4 days to go to the cross. You see, so this is the significances of Abba Yehovah, that when you walk according to his own time clock, things go very, very smoothly, without no struggle at all. You can read Ecclesiastes 3, 1 to 11. It speaks about time, because it's so important, it's so vital, it's so significant in all things. You can testify about that, or you can bear Abba Yehovah's witness about that, how important time is. Time. Have you ever wondered why the time clock have three working hands? The hours hand, the minutes hand, and the seconds hand. Have you ever wondered? So let the revelation cross your heart. Here I am, 11. He hath made everything beautiful in his own time. Stop that Babylonian calendar. Stop feeding us with pork, Christendom. Stop celebrating paganism. Stop bringing our brethren to be like you were once feeding me. January 1st, you are celebrating death. We will look into that. You are celebrating the downfall of man. You are celebrating another law, another signs that appeared right in Genesis 3. You are celebrating the wisdom found in the serpent. You are celebrating new life given by the serpent. You are celebrating the downfall of a man, because that is when man fall. New. It begins. He said the day you will touch that tree, you shall surely die. Okay? The day they touch, have a conversation and go for it. That is the day the serpent usher in his own calendar, his own time clock. That is when he begins his own journey. That is when he begins his own law, his rulership, his governorship. To counter that of Abiyawa, to bring stress and suffering unto the son of Abiyawa that knew no sin. That is when he usher in that wickedness. And that is the very wickedness you are celebrating January. When everything is dead, including Africa. We don't have cobalt, we have Harmattan in Africa. Everything is crushed. When everything is so simply crushed, there is no life. That is what took place in Genesis 3. That the leaf that was just coming wonderfully and beautiful, this serpent contaminates all. It ushers in death. Another sign appeared. And that is the calendar you are celebrating. Oh my Father. He borobo sandayaba. Rebobobo shindalabayende rekoskilima hantalabo. Serpent is wicked. It pains my heart to see that people is celebrating that wickedness. Here I am, Daniel. Now we are seeing the importance of time. It makes all things beautiful in his own time, not the time of serpent. Horrible shandaya baba. That is why many of these Christians is going to mix in. 100%. Here I am again, Daniel. This was being prophesied even by weeks and months, years. Messiah is going to come, because that is how important calendar is. You don't play games with calendar. Daniel 9:24-27. 70th weeks are determined upon thy people and upon thy holy city to finish what? Transgressions. Okay? And to make an end of sin. What is sin? Simply mean breaking the royal law. And who is the sin that desire to have Cain? It is the serpent again. He said because he desired to have you. That is the serpent, another law. And to make reconciliation for iniquity. Did you get that? And to bring in everlasting righteousness. And to seal up the vision and prophecy. And to anoint the most holy place. Where is our most holy place that needs to be anointed? It is our third eye, our pineal gland. Our pineal gland, pineal gland that the devil, the serpent, opened for our forefather right in Genesis 3. He opened their pineal gland for them to go for his own way. That brings about, domination today. Okay? So that is the most holy place in you, because Abiyawa communicate the third eye. That is the pineal gland. That is the third eye. That is your spiritual eye. As soon as you fall asleep, sleeping, your two normal eyes is closed. Your two normal eyes always see the earthly things, the physical part. But spiritual part, it doesn't work. Okay, the third eye took over. That is the spiritual eye. That is the most holy place of Abiyawa in you and me, where Abiyawa communicate with us, reveal things to us. Our pineal gland. Abiyawa holds it. Him alone is worthy to walk with that eyes. But that is the very eye this serpent opened for the first man and the first woman. He opened up that pineal gland for them to be seeing wickedness and as good thing. For them to be praising evil as something that is good. Of course, we still see that attitude for today in the life of third part of humanity. To build against Abiyawa, just as serpent did it, or just as serpent wanted. Okay, to anoint that most holy place, that you are going to be seeing the visions of Abiyawa alone, not that of the serpent. Okay, because that of the serpent is misleading into what? Destruction, eternal damnation. That was how Yahushua said in Matthew 6. I think 21-23, he said, if your eye, when you go there, you read it's a single eye. If your eye is good, who is good is Abiyawa. If your eyes is good, say your whole body will be full of light. He's speaking about this holy place in us. But now it's not Holy Spirit. It pollutes all things. That is why they are seeing vision, abracata, brokoto, boba, and sokoto vision, the Christendom. Because there are still stupidity from the pit of hell. Because Satan, serpent opened their pineal gland. That is why they are saying, let me call it God. God revealed to me. Go to YouTube and see what the nonsense their God is saying concerning January 1st. It is a year of right, it is a year of left. It is now we are going in 8 days' time. We will enter into 2018. And you and me know what number 8 signifies according to the biblical terminology. It signifies new beginning. That is why I watch her powerfully for this wonderful year we are about to enter now, 8 days from today. It makes resurrection. It means singing, come out from Babylon, come out from bondage, come out from slavery, come out from spiritual darkness, come out from oppressor, come out from pollution, stop serving other deity, and come now into the good land Abiyahuwah ordained for you even beforehanded. That is the meaning of Abiyahuwah's New Year. He begins, he ended. When you go to the book of Adasa chapter 9, you will see that is the feast I also talks about 2 weeks ago. The Abiyahuwah ends his own New Year with powerful deliverance. Who has ever done that? What are you celebrating? What took place in your January 1st? In your December, what is happening over there? Can you tell me, can you share one testimony from me, from the very Bible? This is what your Jesus that said he abolished the royal law. This is what he did. That is why you are celebrating what? Christmas? Rather, yeah, Jesus was being, it is the birthday of Jesus, Thomas, alias Jesus. Okay, what about the 1st, January? What miracle also took place? Can you share one to me? You don't have any. Okay, rather you are going to take biblical character and you will mask it up with the tradition of your forefather, which is the serpent right from Genesis 3. But that of Abiyahuwah, we can point it to where it is. The very end of each year, go to the book of Adasa chapter 9, the very one you call Esther chapter 9. Go and read it. It is the end of the year. And Abiyahuwah did what? Massive wonders. Now, the beginning of the year, what also happened? He also did it again. Powerful movement of Abiyahuwah. Firstborn of the Egyptians about to die now. You Edoma, you wicked Benin man that is sitting on people's glory. You are about to die. Because this wicked man, it is an occult man. I keep saying, if you keep listening to me, or if you are a constant follower, you are going to hear me keep saying these days, because it's that man so wicked, sitting on people's head, making people slave, typing into their stars, checking people's who has a good stars, for you to pervert it. And many of the people of Abiyahuwah is under the wickedness of this man. You are about to die. Because the firstborn of the Egyptians gets slaughtered. Okay? In the beginning of Abiyahuwah's own year. Anything that holds us back, go for it. Also check out the end of the year. Who also go? Emma, the wicked Emma, also go for it. And his 10 sons. Okay, that said he want to slaughter us. That said he needs our death. That he said he want to contaminate us from the land of the living. He goes for it, and the Babylonian goes for it. So these two occasions, it is a very, very dangerous moment when Abiyahuwah is releasing his anger upon the wickedness of the wicked one, the sons and the children of unlawful bed of serpent over his own children. His own. The end of his year, Abiyahuwah slaughtered the Babylonians. The beginning of his year, Abiyahuwah slaughtered the Egyptians. If you say you won't let my children go, therefore your own will go for it. This wicked Edoma, you are about to die by accident. You will go for your wickedness, and your own blood is going to be upon your own head. By using people's star to do wickedness, by using people's star to enrich your pocket, by enslaving the people because the people of the Most High was also that Abiyahuwah revealed it unto me. No wonder I keep praying for over almost 3 years now. Abiyahuwah said he's so wicked, he needs to go. He said, I'm just waiting for my appointed time to get rid of him. This man, you enslave people. He's an Edoma, well popular, notable man in Edo. You just enslave. It's an occult man. His money is blood money. His money, it was blood money. If you see this, so this man slaughtered, just few days ago here, when I was about to talk about this very message, Abiyahuwah took me to his house. His wife knows about it. His wife was not confessing to me in that vision. This is how her husband, they will just cut somebody's head. Huh? His backyard was full of both little children. I see infants in this backyard. I see grown-up people. I also see infants. I bet you when I said this is the people he's using for ritualists, so that to prosper in his wickedness. And this man spring up. He's a notable person. He's notable. He's really, really well recognized in the those community. Therefore, his wife now begin to confess to me that this is his wife knew about it in that revelation. She now begin to confess to me this is how they are doing it. That her husband is an occult person. I just saw how she holds a woman's head. What are you going to do with this? What are you going to do with this? She now said, I'm going to remove all the hair of her hair. It's Brazilian hair. I'm going to remove all the hair of this woman. I will remove it and put it on my whole head. And I said, so that was the reason why you just cut. He said, yes, my husband cut this woman's head and give it to me. So they would just put a very hot water in a basin, and they would throw that head of palsy that our husband caught. They would throw it into that hot water. So that hot water will not remove every single hair of that dead person away and gather it together. He now put it on his wife's head. The children, he will cut their head. He will remove all their hair and put it on his own children's head. The men, he will cut their head, he will remove all their head, he will put it on his own head. That was the HS this man was just doing in that. It was horrible. Few days ago I saw it. I said, what? He said, this is the Edo man, and be revealed unto you. You keep pleading for mercy. I said, no, kill him right away. Let him die. He said, I'm waiting for the appointed time. I pray. And I began to pray against this, my Father, in this Passover. You know, when your people was coming out from bondage, this is the prayer. This is what took place. The Egyptians go for it. And also remind him, because it was already the feast of Purim before I saw this vision, before he exposed the wickedness of this man to me. He keeps saying, I'm okay. First, I was pleading for mercy. But when I revealed it to me, the wickedness of that man was so unspeakable. The dead people in his backyard was so unspeakable. It was so unspeakable. It was just like a dustbin, heaping them upon each other, No, that man has done wickedly. That man has done evil. He deserved the link of fire. Really, he deserved the link of fire. This is how they are taking people's stars. That people around them. And the wife now also confessing to me, this is how her husband is doing it, by giving them food. He said if her husband, when they check the people's stars already, so from their occult, that will now tend to throw a party. So by that throwing of a party, that will come and eat food. Yes, a man eat food. And he lost his own head. He said, so they will throw a party. Abba Yahuwah make it so clear, Revelation 19, that he have a wedding, that he have a banquet he prepared for the wicked. That the banquet Abba Yahuwah prepared over the Revelation 19 towards the end verses. What was the banquet? It is the body of wicked people. He prepared, for the birds of the earth to come and feed upon their body. He have a powerful banquet these days for the birds of the earth to feed on. So exactly what the wife of this man was telling me, that this is our husband, this is how they are doing it. Okay, that when they reveal the stars of the people, they want to also take their stars to enrich their wickedness. Therefore, a husband will just throw a party, cook food, and invite people to come and eat. As soon as you participate for that food, he said, then you are a goner. You are gone. Your glory is being, transmitted unto them because you ate the food. This is how she was just confessing to me. And I said, so why did you be a part of it? He said, of course I want to be rich. I have to support my husband. And I said, okay, you also get ready to die. Okay? So I quickly want to throw this into it. In the picture, because, the end of the year party, the wickedness, the children of the unlawful bed go for it. This man will go for it. This man will die in this season. Okay? And the beginning also, the children of the unlawful bed again goes for it. I take Daniel again. Chapter 9:24. You see, this is it says 70th week. 70th weeks are determined. Abba Yahuwah have a determined time. upon thy people and upon thy holy city, which is Jerusalem, to finish the transgressions, okay, transgression, and to make an end of sin, all right, and to make reconciliation, and to bring in everlasting righteousness. And what did YAHUAH did in the land of Egypt? He said, let my people go so that they will worship me. Because they were filled right in the land of Egypt, worshiping, the gods of the Egyptians, the very dragon. When you go to Ezekiel 29 verses 3, you're going to find it over there, that the authority of Pharaoh was the great dragon. Let my people go so that they will do it my way. Okay? Not your way, Christendom. Because you are the Pharaoh of these days. That bind the people of YAHUAH with fetters of lies, feeding them all with the food of Babylonian, and to seal up the vision and prophecy, and to anoint the most holy place. So we are the most, because we are the temple of YAHUAH. We need to be anointed. This is what the new year does. When Yahushua comes, before Yahushua comes, the time the year he will come, it was already be prophesied. YAHUAH walk with time. This is how powerful and vital time is. You don't mix it. Okay? Okay, let me read 25 now. And know therefore and understand that from the going forth of the commandment to restore and to build Jerusalem unto Messiah, Yahushua HaMashiach the Prince, shall be 70 weeks. Did you get that? 70 weeks. Did you get, if you go by Gentile calendar, Babylonian calendar, the very calendar of serpent, how are you going to get these 70 weeks? You can only get this calculation through the calendar of YAHUAH. Nowhere else, okay? 62 weeks. The street shall be built again, and the wall, even in tribulous, that is tribulation time. Troublous time, okay. After 62 weeks, shall Messiah, Yahushua HaMashiach, be cut off. You see, in the midst of the week, it gave us the spirit. And the people of the prince that came shall destroy the sanctuary. Okay, it was the city and the sanctuary. And the end thereof shall be with a flood. You see, the days of Noah coming. Until the end of the world. Desolation are determined. This Edoma, you are going. No two ways about that. Your end has come. You have come to the end of the road because your wickedness is unspeakable. There is a blood in your hand. Your hand is stained with the blood. Oh, Ribasha. Blood of the infant? Oh, no. You have come to the end of the road. And if you hear such person die, anyway, me, I'm not going to cry. No, because it has already been revealed unto me. Rather, I will bless my Father for removing that wickedness. He said evil must be purged out of our midst. If I hear any notable Benima die, I will bless my YAHUAH for removing the firstborn of Pharaoh out of my way, because he's a wicked man. And he shall confirm the covenant with many for 1 week. That is the leftover 1 week now. And in the midst of the week, he shall cause the sacrifice and the oblation to cease. And for the right now, this very place, Yahushua come, he couldn't confirm that, he couldn't confirmed that covenant with our forefather. They rejected him. So that is why 1 week is being reserved. And this 1 week, within this 1 week, in the midst of it, in those days, in the midst of it, he gave us the spirit, okay? Therefore, our forefather rejected him. He's not going to die again, no. But he will still confirm the covenant in the midst of the week. That is the one you call Wednesday. And if it is the week of days, it is Wednesday. If it is the week of year, that is 3.5 years. All right. So that 1 week is left over. And anti-Messiah is also having a part in this 27, the very last verse I read. Is having a part also. He's also playing it. That is the Mahdi. Okay. That is going to rule for also 7. Convert the whole world to Islam. Or you get slaughtered if you say no. But better you say no. That to receive the eternal mark of damnation. It doesn't worth it. You see, what did he say in Daniel? Because that is Messiah prophecy. What did he say over there? He said to finish, sin, to finish it all, transgression, okay, to make a reconciliation, okay. That was why when he was at the cross, that is how YAHUAH declares the end from the beginning. When it was at, let me read, okay, he said it is finished. Yehukanah, John 19:30. When Yahushua therefore had received the vinegar, he said, "It is finished." Afo, afone, afone, afo, yeah, afo, igbinafo, ohafo, ukpokpofo, yeah, neribo sindarebo. Iboriba seke a orobo seke. Iboribo yande a orobo seke afo here. Afo it is what? Finished. And he bowed down his head and gave up the ruach. Yes, it was. Sin is not coming to repeat this act. It is finished. Salvation, it is, it is the packages, it is done. Only for you to come to the knowledge of it. That's it. It won't go to the cross again. It is what? Finished. So when he appear now, of course, all our family scattered in the four corners of the earth, we are going to accept him for the new covenant to be confirmed. Okay, that was why he said it is finished. Even though we rejected it that time, we are getting it back when it comes. Just as our forefather accepted the old covenant at Mount Sinai, Exodus Shemot 19. So we all together, all the house of Yahweh, including the Gentile, is going to accept him. Okay? All the 14 tribes is going to accept him. That covenant he brought to us. Covenant of eternal rest. We are going to say yes, we do eternally. That is how it's been confirmed. That is how it's been consummated. Alright now, here we are, Tehillim 65 verses 11 Psalm. Thou crownest the year with thy goodness. You see, this is how Abba Yehovah crowned his own year with his own goodness. Any hand that enslave you, spiritually, physically, they are going down the grave. This is how he crowned his own year with his own goodness. The part that is saddest my heart, these pork eating people, the Christians, they will take this very holiest word of Abba Yehovah, they will begin to use it to confirm serpent calendar, January 1st, when everything is dead. That is what we are going to look into now. He crowned his own year. He crowned the year of devil, serpent, with destruction. That is what we want to see now. Okay, it makes destruction. Okay, but his own year, he crowned it with his goodness, abundance, rest. Okay, so we see few part of us. Just want to touch on it, in a very simple way. Because it's what talking about. Okay, so Yahushua ends spiritual darkness. He ends sin. He ends curses. He ends slavery to serpent. Usher in everlasting righteousness and anoint the most holy, which is our third eye, our pineal gland, our head also. Okay, our head is also another holiest of holies. You see the 7 offices in our head. This very pineal gland, the third eye, make it 8 offices. And we are dealing with number 8 over here that simply represent new beginnings. New beginning in our lives. Something is about to happen. Okay, when you see our 2 ears, 2 eyes, 2 nose, and a mouth, 7 offices, completement, new beginning. Where is the new beginning? It's inside your brain. That is your very pineal gland. That is the very third eye. It lives inside your very spiritual eye. That is where he anoints. If you come to him, you do things in his own way, he will get you anointed. Then you are going to be seeing vision of him, not vision of serpent that masquerade himself as an angel of light. Okay, the mad Jesus in the Christian. No, you're not going to be seeing that bullshit. You are going to see the royal law the way royal law is. He never abolish it until heaven and earth, passed away. You still see the first heaven. You still see the first earth. Who has bewitched you? Apostle Shah, who asked? Who? Jesus? Alright, now let us see the calendar of the opposer. The enemy that exalts himself against or above anything that is called Elohim, that set itself in the household of Yahuwah and declaring himself as what? As the Elohim, exalt himself over anything that is called worship, is an opposer, the son of perdition, the man of sin. I read now Daniel 7:25, and he shall speak great works, not small way. You see how they are speaking great. They have their calendar, they have their feast. What is feast? Against the Most High, and shall wear out the saints. Of course, he does. Of the Most High, and think to change times and laws, and they shall be given. All right, now it's okay. Okay, let me read here because we are talking about calendar. And they shall be given unto his hand until a time and times and the dividing of time. This is the 3.5 year. So this is the brethren, the thought that needs to go, through this dark hour. Only the congregation of Philadelphia is not good, which is the tribe of Yahudim, because the tenth of Yahudim needs to be saved first. The royal tribe is not going nowhere into tribulation, not at all. But every other one will face it. All right. So they are being given into the hand of Sharia law, the Mahdi Islam Messiah, in collaboration with Jesus, because Jesus is coming with Mahdi, lay his right hand on the right hand of Mahdi and commanded Mahdi to convert the whole world to Islam or you die. Jesus in Mahdi, in Islam, is coming to refute you, the Christian, that I call you a liar. I never said I'm the Son of God. I never died on the cross. Neither was I buried. Neither did I resurrect. You are a liar. I never said I'm God. Did I ask you for worship? This is the Abadabidi, the Toto Isobolism, the Toto Emababalism that Jesus in Islam is coming to tell the whole world. This is Toto Ukiezi. When it get tough, we add the do. The Emababalism, the Isobolism. It's Jesus and Mahdi. Stupidity. Ukiezi. Ukiezi simply means stupidity. Ukiezi. Ukiezi. So now we start with that of the opposer, the calendar of the opposer. We see already from the royal law that is going to, do it. Season over there, it is time clock, it is calendar. Okay, the law, we know what that is. You bring it in another calendar. Changing the calendar, you change the deity. Changing the name simply means you change the deity. Changing the feast simply means you change the deity. You change it. Okay, you have other calendar. You change the deity, okay? You have other feasts, you have other law, you just simply change the deity, okay? So right now I read from the book of Jubilees, all right, chapter 6. I take from 30. Yes, and all the days of the commandment will be 52 and 50 weeks, you see, of days, all right? And this will make the entire year complete. Thus it is engraving and ordered on the heavenly tablets, and there is no neglecting this commandment for a single year or from year to year. You shouldn't neglect this commandment, okay? Now 31. And command thou the children of Israel that they observe the years according to the reckoning. 364 days. You see a confirmation. Anuk has already gone, but Moshe, Abayawana repeated what he gave to Anuk again to Moshe. 364. We see what that extra days for. It goes for the 4th season. Each season have a day of transaction. The very one they call equinox. Okay? But in the normal calculation, it is 30 days in a month, of course. We proved that already. Okay? According to the reckoning, 360 days. Okay. And this we, This will consist complete year, and will not distort its time from its days and from its feast. It is a feast day, for everything will fall out in them according to their, excuse me, the letter is so small, okay, according to their testimony, and they will not leave out any day nor destroy any of feast, okay. But if they do neglect and do not observe them according to the commandment, then they will destroy all their seasons. Like the Christians, they are in the state of confusion, because they don't go according to the covenant or the calendar of YAHUAH. He said, you are going to destroy, they will destroy the seasons and the years, and will be dislodged from their orders. Land, and they will destroy the seasons, and the years will be dislodged, and they will neglect their ordinances, and all the children of Israel. This is a prophecy, and it is already taking place. And all the children of Israel will forget and will not find the part of the years, and will forget the new month, seasons, and Shabbat, and they will go wrong as to all the order of the years. For I know, and from henceforth will I declare it unto thee, and it is not of my own devising, for the book, okay, lies written before me, and on the heavenly tablets, okay. The division of days is ordained, lest they forget the feast of the covenant. The biblical year is the feast of the covenant. Pesach, it is the feast of the covenant. Purim, all the biblical 9 good, they are the feast of the covenant. No, our brothers and sisters, they are running after Christmas and January 1st. They are about to eat pork again and eggs. They are goddesses. She loves egg. Goddess of fertility. Ishtar, Easter. They are about to do that one. I will touch on that on that day. Okay now. And where am I? And forget the feast of the covenant and walk according to the feast of the Gentiles. This my heart, that I was once a part of this wicked feast of the Gentiles. After the error and after the error and after their ignorance, Christians, they are full of ignorance. Oh, for there will be those who will assuredly make observation of the moon. That is why I put it. Do you see? This is what the synagogue of Satan is using. The moon, they will look up to the moon. He said, no, surely they are going to make observation to the moon. How it distorts the season and comes in from year to year, 10 days too soon. Yes, they are full of confusion. 10 days too soon, and this reason the years will come upon them when they disturb, okay, the order, and make an abominable day, the day of testimony. Oh my, they will make an abominable day. The day of Christmas, it is an abominable day. January 4th, it is an abominable day. You not make it a day of testimony. Oh no, wake up before it is too late. Make abominable day the day of testimony. Do you know why it is abominable day? You worship, you follow the calendar of YAHUAH'S enemy that usher himself in right in Genesis 3, that brings about the death of the Holy Son, him that knew no sin, now put on the garment of sin. It is, oh no, each time you are celebrating that wickedness, you remember, in fact, you make anew his wound on the cross. You make it anew again. Makes him to remember his pain, sir. All right, now, abominable day, the day of testimony. An unclean day, a feast day. Christmas is unclean day, and you make a feast day. And an unclean day, a feast day, and they will confound all the days, the holy with the unclean, and the unclean day with the holy. For they will go wrong as to the months and Shabbat and feasts and jubilees. For this reason I command and testify to thee, that thou mayest testify to them. For after thy death thy children will destruct them, so that they will not make the year 360 days, 64 days only. And for this season they will go wrong as to the new moon and season and Shabbat and festival, and they will eat all kinds of blood with all kinds of flesh. Your food, Christmas, is unspeakable. This is prophetic, you see, and this is as already, is going on for years upon years. When these mad people came in, carry our book, they begin to call abominable day a holy day, unclean day, and say it is not holy. No. Here I am, First Thessalonians. That is why the coming of Yahushua is like a thief in the night. Okay, it's going to cut many of them by surprise, because you don't go by his calendar. Then how are you going to be in tune? First Thessalonians 5:1-11. And of the times and the seasons, brethren, ye have no need that I write unto you. Know the biblical calendar. You don't even need me to be writing unto you. For yourselves knew perfectly that the day of Yahushua so cometh as a thief in the night. What is in the night? We're going to see what works in the night. For when they shall say peace and safety, you see, and they are rejoicing, happy Christmas, happy January 1st, happy Easter, peace. It is the birthday of their Jesus, and January 1st is their where you are saying peace and safety. There saw the destruction cometh upon them as travail upon a woman with child, and they shall not escape. You can't, because it's going to cut you like a thief in the night. But ye, brethren, are not in darkness. I'm going to show you what that darkness is. It is your calendar, okay? That day should overtake you as a thief, because it goes by his calendar. You are all the children of light, of course, and the children of the day. We say by the light of Yahuwah. We are not of the night, not at all. We are not Babylon, we are not Islam, we are not Christian, though we are the people of the book, nor of darkness. Therefore, let us not asleep. We are not, we are waking, as do others. Christians, though they are sleeping. You will remember this message. No, but let us watch and be sober. What are you watching for? You watching the return of Yahushua in January 1st, in December 25th, in your Easter? No, that is an abominable day. You are making a holy day. It is an abomination. Our Messiah simply make it so clear. Watch and pray. What are you watching for? Do you know when you are going somewhere? You watch your time. What is the time? What is the time now? This is how he asks you to be watchful. Why did he ask you to be watchful? So that you don't fall into the wrong calculation, so that you don't fall into the wrong group, so that you don't fall into the hand of the desperado that call himself Messiah, which are not but what? The mark of the beast. Okay, the biblical New Year means resurrection. Everything become anew. All the trees, flowers that is being crushed by winter. In springtime, everything becomes so beautiful. I bet you what said, Ecclesiastic 3:11, at my own time, I makes all beautiful. You say no, it is your Jesus and your Allah madness. January 1st. You are making so light. What about you? What takes so? He said, be sober. Why are you making it so simple? For they that sleep in the night. I'm going to unveil what that night is more in details. They that be drunken, you are drunk now, are drunken in the night. But let us who are of the day be sober. We are of Abba Yahuwah, which goes by the commandment and by the name of Abba Yahuwah. Putting on the breastplate of faith and love, and for an helmet, the hope of salvation. For Yahuwah had not appointed us to wrath. That is how we know. That is why we know his time clock, his calendar appointment to meet with him, so that we don't fall into that deadly wrath. Wrath of Abayu is so disastrous. So he's going to stain his garment with the blood of the Gentile. No, we are not appointed for that. Not at all. That is why we put our house in order. Abayu said unto Ezekiel also, put your house in order, okay? We have already done that. But to obtain salvation by our Adonai Yahushua HaMashiach, who died for us, that whether we wake or sleep, we should live together with him. Okay, now, wherefore comfort yourselves together and edify one another, even as also ye do. That is what I'm doing over here, comforting you, to let you know that you need to revise, make a U-turn, come back to the royal law. So let's see what night is all about. You keep repeating it, okay? What is going on in the night? It is the slaying of the firstborn, okay? When the angel of death, which is simply called Abadidon, the angel of death, okay, destroyer, will pass over that Edoma is about to die, and Abadidon is about to drink his blood, because he has been drinking people's blood. He has been doing wickedly. Exodus Shemo 12:23. For Yahuwah will pass through to smite the Egyptians, and when he seeth the blood upon the lintel and on the two side posts, Yahuwah will pass over the door and will not suffer the destroyer. The destroyer simply means the Abadidon. In Greek, destroyer is simply that is what they call Apollon. Yes, destroyer. Okay. In Hebrew, it simply, in Yahudia's language, it simply means Abadidon, that is angel of death. Who is this angel of death? It is the serpent, right in Genesis 3. The day you will touch that tree, you shall surely die. To come into your houses to smite you. All right, now let's see where he did that great disaster in the night. 29. And it came to pass that at midnight, Yahuwah smote all the firstborn in the land of Egypt, from the firstborn of the Pharaoh that sits on his throne, unto the firstborn of the captive that was in the dungeon, and all the firstborn of the cattle, whenever Yahuwah means business. This man, all your children is going to perish along with you, because you have been destroying other people's children. This Edoma that is doing a ritualist. You will go for it also. Your children will follow. Your wife will follow. All of you will end up in the link of fire, because you are so wicked. And Pharaoh rose up in the night, he and all his servants and all the Egyptians. And there was a great cry in Egypt, for there was not a house where there was not one died. It is death. And that, this calendar separates you from Abi Yahuwah's calendar. When you leave the presence of Abi Yahuwah, you leave his ordinances. The other one you picked up simply represent death. Don't touch this tree, okay? Stay in my rules and my regulations, in my governorship. It makes eternal life. But if you go out of my own, it means death. All right? That is what is going on midnight in the night. Those people that are sleeping in the night. And say, rise up and get you forth from among my people. Yeah, both ye and your children and the children of Yazra, and go. Serve your Yahuwah as ye have said. And take your property now. Please leave. This is what is about to happen, because that Edoma is really, it's sat on a lot of people's head. Yes, it's doing wickedly. But fire is about to descend on him. He's about to die now mysteriously by motor accident. No mercy. No mercy. He that came by sword will also go by sword. Whatever you sow, ye shall reap. What shall it profit a man to get the whole world, at the end you lose your soul? You face the music, because there's Yahuwah up there watching. I never knew that who you are. I never knew this is your lifestyle. Okay, but Yahuwah knew what you are doing. He sees it all All those souls you have slaughtered their blood, you are not going to die in your sin alone, but the blood of those people is going to be requested from your hands because you have destroyed a lot of souls. Infant. Ah, no, that is evil. That is pure wickedness. All in the name of money. You will know what that is. Okay? Because you not forgot this. You forget this very fact that nakedness you come and nakedness you are going. You are not taking not absolute nothing along. You couldn't remember them. You are just destroying life only to live a temporary comfort zone. Okay, what about your eternal? What about your eternal? Alright, we shall see. I won't cry. Anytime I heard a notable Edoma is there, I will know this is the very person. I will celebrate my father. I won't cry. Pharaoh, firstborn, means to that. That is the meaning of biblical New Year. Let us see here what your own calendar, how Abba Yahuwah is going to use your own calendar to deal with you. The calendar of serpent is also be appointed. It simply means death. Because angel of death give it unto you for you to be observing and watching for him wickedness. You make unclean day, you don't make it an abominable day, holy day. Oh no. Revelation 9, 13 to 14 or 15 or so, I don't know. And the sixth angel sounded, and I heard a voice from the four horns of the golden altar which is before Yahuwah, saying to the sixth angel which had the trumpet, loose the four angels which are bound in the great river Euphrates. Okay, Euphrates is dried already. Prophetic movement is going on right now. You are doing Sunday madness. Keep it on. Keep it on. 15 now. And the four angels were loosed, which were prepared for an hour, and a day, and a month, and a year, for to slay the third part of humanity. And the number of the army of the horsemen were 200,000. I heard the number of them. That is 200 million demons that is coming from the pit. Enter into this, four angels, which is the first season of your calendar. Okay, they will enter. That is the Sharia law. Will take away third part. If this happen right now, that is 2.5 billion souls will be wiped out of this surface of the earth. Why? Because you watch for destruction. Because you praise and worship the very enemy of Abba Yahuwah. Because you celebrate the knowledge of good and evil. Because you celebrate the downfall of man. Because you celebrate the new wisdom found in serpent. You neglect that of Abba Yahuwah. Call it Christmas a holiday. Call it what? Ajah, a holiday. What they call the Salah, a holiday. Islam also have their own calendar. That is madness. Yes. Abba Yahuwah is going to say, with that very word I heard from you, that is what I'm going to use to judge you. So how to rectify this case? How to escape this damnation? It says it is already determined. It is to quit right now and return back to the royal law. That is the only remedy. That is the only way out. That is why we keep speaking. That is why we keep talking every now and then. Do you think it's really that easy? I alone doing all this. Sometimes I make mistakes. I say, the information is so heavy on my head. I just take it anywhere. I did mistakes. Sometimes I say, please forgive me. This one is supposed not to be so. Okay? Because I alone doing recording, ready, doing every single thing just by myself. It is tough on me. It is not easy. It is heavy. But I love it. Because it is doing the will of Abba Yahuwah in order for my brethren to come out from this great deception of the Christendom. To come out from this great deception of the Islam. To come into life. In order for you not to face the wrath of Abba Yahuwah. Because if you mix heaven, 100% you can't mix here. 100% you have a choice to make. Okay, you are very right. 100% to make a choice, but 0% you don't. To face the consequences. You are 0% chance to face the consequences, the repercussion. It is whatever you sow. Like this wicked Benin notable man. Whatever you sow, that is what you are going to reap. And when Abba Yahuwah revealed to me how he's going to cast him into a very terrible place, I felt sorrowful in my heart. But what can I do? Because he can't change. He sold already to the devil. Therefore, you need to dance the music or eternal. Oh! So we have already seen how so disastrous the calendar of the world is. You better run out of it. We are done. Hallelujah. Orobo yantulubu, orobo sekerebo, orobo santulubu, orobo yantulubu, orobo sekerebo, orobo yantulubu, hiborobo seke, hiborobo yantulubu, orobo sei, hiborobo seke, ya hiborobo yantulubu, hiborobo seya. Orobo yantulubu Yahuwah, Orobo senderebo, Orobo yantulubu burisake yantulubu, Orobo yantulubu, Orobo yantulubu, Orobo sekerebo, Orobo yantulubu, Iborobo sekeya, Iborobo sekeya. I bless you. Abba Yahuwah, I bow your name, oh, Yeribosekebo, hallelujah, yeah. Family Shalom, you hear from me again, Shabbat, be into Biblical New Year simply means resurrection, okay? It's worth celebrating. Abba Yahuwah gave it to you and me. It is a feast, you know. Let's celebrate together His goodness. It carries deliverance. It carries a lot of anointing and a lot of goodies for you. Okay? There is nothing wrong. You know, why can't we teach this very feast to our children? Why can't we spread it to our friends, our family? The very one we can prove from the royal law. It's what, talking about. When you realize how Abba Yahuwah deliver, you celebrate His goodness. That is what is feast. All is feast. That is what they meant. That is what they carry for you and me. Shalom.